He got the magic, the power, and the looks. But to what extent? Hey YouTubers, Kong fans, and Doctor Strange trashes. Trashes? What does that even mean? I need to work on this whole freestyle intro thing, even though that was scripted. And so was this. And this. But this isn't scripted.
Yes, it is.
Shut up. Anyway, guess what? Yep, it's Ryan, your friendly little bad guy. Nope, not this time, Rhino, damn it. Welcome to the first, wait a minute, second, hang on, third, come on, fourth episode of the series. Exactly how powerful. This series is exactly what it sounds like. I go into an in-depth look of the character's powers. Because Doctor Strange is right around the corner, or in this case, above the corner, I'm gonna do an EHP on him. His powers are basically limitless, so bear with me. The video will have a lot to do about his various artifacts. Dr. Stephen Strange, a brilliant surgeon, was in a car crash, resulting in broken hands.
Among other body parts.
But mostly his hands. When healed, they kept on shaking, so he went around the world spending all his money trying to fix it. Fix his hands, obviously. After losing his money, he eventually found the Ancient One, who fixed his hands. Now, Doctor Strange is among the most powerful heroes in the Marvel Universe, with being the most supreme of all sorcerers, which means he comes with a range of powers and abilities. His main powers that you'd mainly be seeing him using would be magic. Spells, enchantments, you get the idea. Telekinesis. Controlling and moving objects with his mind. Telepathy.
Telepathy.
Shut your mouth hole. Wait, your mouth is the hole. Shut your face hole. Don't include all this in the actual video. A very few in the actual video, and if you have to, the rest will be in the bloopers.
Because you said that, it's all long in the video.
Okay, you're not gonna keep what I'm saying right now, are you?
No.
Telepathy. Talking to and reading others' minds. Flight. Which is kinda obvious. He can fly. Or levitate if you prefer. Force fields. The lines of force, one object The lines of force one object exerts on another object, or a collection of other objects. Teleportation. Transferring his or someone else's matter or energy from one point to another without changing the physical space between them. Time manipulation. Although not commonly used in the comics, it will be more prominent in his movie. But those are just the basics. His powers are so much more vast that it's simply too much to explain. So if you're interested, pause the video for a description. Here we go! Animation/reanimation, astral projection, blast power, chaos magic, cosmic awareness, creation, dimensional manipulation, elemental manipulation, enchantment, energy manipulation, extrasensory perception, hexes, illusion casting, intelligence, invisibility, magical constructs, magic detection, magic energy absorption, magic energy manipulation, mesmerize, necromancy, phasing, possession, power absorption, precognition, psionic, pyrokinesis, reality warping, shapeshifting, spellcasting, summoning, transmutation, and voodoo. There we go. But with great power comes great artifacts. Doctor Strange has countless artifacts with many different uses. You probably have heard about the Eye of Agamotto, but do you know what it really is? The Eye of Agamotto is said to have been created by Agamotto, the first Sorcerer Supreme, as he pushed aside the veil that concealed the first threshold of the third path of power. Though its origins remain uncertain, it is clear that Agamotto is indeed its empowerer. The Eye of Agamotto is one of the 3 mystical artifacts made and left behind by Agamotto. The eye is used to find the truth. It can emit an all-revealing light, play back recent events, and has other abilities, which is similar to telepathy, but a magical rather than psionic, greatest of which is the ability to give its user certain mystical perceptions into another soul. It accompanies the wearer's astral form, and is one of the few items usable in either state. The third eye often appears on the forehead of the wearer when it's used, but remember, this isn't a video on the Eye of Agamotto. Other artifacts Doctor Strange commonly commonly uses is the Cloak of Levitation. It allows him to fly at roughly 25 miles per hour for indeterminate lengths of time, and responds to his thoughts. The cloak is nearly indestructible, often escaping damage during the most violent confrontations. The cloak has acted independently from Doctor Strange, as though it has a will of its own, as well as being quasi-sentient to some degree. So basically it has its mind of its own. The cloak has been nearly destroyed in at least 3 occasions. There's also the sash of Doctor Strange, worn around Strange's waist. This enchanted yellow sash can be extended 10 times its normal length. He also uses the Orb of Agamotto. This orb, with a familiar name, is a crystal ball, which he uses constantly to monitor the surrounding dimensions and his own world for trouble. He also uses the Wand of Atum, and it amplifies Strange's powers and absorbs mystical energy that can be utilized for a variety of effects. The Book of Vishanti. This book contains some of the multiverse's most powerful and secret spells and counterspells. The Hands of the Dead. These hands are a highly powerful item that allows Strange and others to enter the tides of time and space, travel the world in the blink of an eye, even be in several places at the same time. Other lesser-known artifacts are, ready for this? The Atlantean Dreamweave, the Book of Demonicus, the Book of Eborn, the Brazier of Bumgaliath, the Tomb of Oshtur, the Serum of Seraphim, the Scrolls of Watum, the Ring of the Ancient One, the Crystal of Cadavis, the Eye of Zatra, the Cauldron of the Cosmos, the Oculus Ouroboros, the Gaia Shard, the Hand of Vishanti, the Jewel of Transhypnosis, the Kat Kuthi, the Iris of the All-Seeing Oracle, the Oracle of Agamotto, the Orb of Sinur, Octig's Alexa, the Scroll of Eternity, the Sword of the Ultimate Shadow, the Star of Capistan, the Purple Gem, the Staff of David, the Talisman of Abraxas, the Wands of Satanish, the Diary of Kenneth Ward, 2 mirrors, the Ancient One's Magic Amulet, yeah, the Enchanted First Tarot Deck, Magic Ruby Crystals, and the 2 gems that are 1. Also, don't forget the Time Stone, which is definitely in the movie. If you want, got some fun facts. The mansion where Doctor Strange lives, his Sanctum Sanctorum, is located in 177A Bleecker Street, Greenwich Village, New York City, New York, which in this universe was the actual address for the apartment building in which the series writer at the time actually lived. In September 1978, the CBS network aired a television movie about Doctor Strange. It was 93 minutes long and was a pilot for a Doctor Strange TV show starring Peter Hooton. Unfortunately, reviews for the TV movie were poor and CBS was forced to scrap plans for a Doctor Strange series. But there was an animated feature film in 2007 called Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme.
I've seen it. It's on Netflix.
Doctor Strange was originally supposed to be called Mr. Strange.
Mr. Doctor. Mr. Doctor. It's strange. Maybe.
However, there were concerns at Marvel that the name was too similar to Mr. Fantastic, so for that reason, Marvel decided at the very last minute to call him Doctor Strange. Even making the character a doctor turned out to be problematic, as there had previously been a villain called Doctor Strange, who appeared in an issue of The Amazing Spider-Man. To get around that issue, Marvel decided to spell out Doctor, D-O-C-T-O-R, rather than abbreviate it to DR, just to differentiate him from the villain, cause that'll help. Won't it, Marvel? But after reading about all his powers and artifacts, there is a question, always there, always lingering, always itching to be said. With all his powers at his fingertips, is he omnipotent? Well, the meaning of omnipotence has been thrown around a lot, and the meaning of which changes. Omnipotence basically means having power over everything, which would be ignorant if you think Strange doesn't. Does he have absolute power? He might as well have, but he can be beaten, in many cases, very easily. Since he's only human, he is the Sorcerer Supreme. He has almost absolute power, and that's an understatement. Saying he's weak would be stupid, but saying he's omnipotent would be ignorant. Some Marvel omnipotent characters include Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, the Living Tribunal, which I think will also get a reference in Doctor Strange, Galactus, and the One Above All, and many, many more. So, is Doctor Strange omnipotent? Maybe so close could be almost not really. I'll let you choose this one. It's tough. Although, he might have the hidden potential to be a very powerful omnipotent. Just doesn't know it, or how to use it. What do you think? So, what did ye learn about the good doctor? Thanks for watching, especially if you made it till here. Give yourself a pat on the back. Ow. I hope you liked this video. It seems that most of you liked my last video on Luke Cage's powers. Most of you. And yeah, bros, I hope you liked the video. I'm totally cool now and I'm not a reject. Well, check out the last video on the channel, which is blank, and check out my recommended video, which will be this actually a whole playlist full of exactly how powerful. And yes, there are a lot more if you think. If you think, there will be a lot more as well, but there's a lot more than you think. Well, see ya!